Ah! It's
Hello.
Monday. It's Monday. I don't know. It's Monday. I hope everybody survived the weekend. I'm not totally sure yet. I have.
I'm still sporting my green from yesterday, and I'm having coffee to take the edge off of this Irish celebration I had yesterday.
Yeah, I'm shooting up with some heroin to take the edge off.
God damn.
I'm snorting some glue. Sniffing, not snorting.
Pick the wrong day to stop sniffing glue.
Grok. Everybody uses that, and I see it on Twitter, and I'm like, what the fuck is grok? What the hell are they talking about?
I don't know.
I'm not aware of these neo fucking things. Grok to me was like a character from a cartoon when I was a kid. Lord
It
Thoth
is to
is
me
here.
now. Now that we did Vox Machina, I know what grog is to me.
No, Grok with a K.
Yeah.
But we got Lord Thoth in the house. We got Penny is here. D Bud Martin, good morning. Diddly diddly Disney. That's right. Good old Brian.
That's
hey,
right.
Brian. I'm going to be hanging out with him tomorrow. I'm finally going to get some free time to go to Toxic Tuesday. And apparently, I guess I'm going to be doing another show on Tuesday, too, for an hour with some friends.
You're on with Paulie today,
Yay.
right?
Yeah, at 3 o'clock, I'm going to be joining Polly. We're going to talk about this little show called Shogun.
Little show that I
based
haven't
off
seen
a
yet,
book I
but I'm
read
looking
when I was a
forward to.
teenager
Yeah. Mhm.
called Shogun by James Clavell.
Yes.
And I haven't read that thing since, what was that, 79, 1980? I think it was 15 or 60 when I read that.
When that came out, I was not in reading mode, man. No, I have not read that.
By the way, good morning, Joe. It's good to see you, my friend.
Yep.
Toxic Tuesday. Yes. I just love being on there. I hate it when I miss the show, but I've been so busy with doing drawings.
Yeah, that's like me with this one, man. I love being on this show, but I've been so damn busy. It's been hard to get here.
Buying pornography.
Normal everyday thing.
Anybody who buys pornography in this day and age is
an idiot. They're
it's a
stupid.
terrible consumer.
Or they're truly addicted. One of the two.
Man, oh man.
Well, maybe they just want to support their favorite creators.
Yeah, exactly. And thank you, D-Bud. I know that Nick loves it when I show up there because I really do tickle his funny bone. I get him laughing because he's the other person I like to break on a show. I'll just say something fucked up and all of a sudden he's just losing it on camera, especially when he gets the joke. Like sometimes I'll crack a joke with Nick and it'll take him a second. You'll see it. There's like this momentary delay and then he'll go, oh, and he'll understand what the fuck I just said.
Is it only me, or does it take a minute for the chat to pop up for you on YouTube? Because I usually like to pop out the chat and put it over here.
Well, I like doing that too, but
no,
when I'm on somebody else's stream, but I don't have to here.
Yeah.
So I just I don't even open YouTube here.
Mm-hmm. YouTube is always a bit behind.
You never were so smart.
It won't come up. It's ticking me off. Come on now.
So I'm sorry, I'm looking to see because Tom is probably going to message me here shortly. So I need to see if he messaged me yet. Nope, not yet.
Might see Tom this afternoon on Brian's channel. We're doing the Canon Film Club and we're doing Breaking and Breaking 2.
Yep. Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo, baby. I can't believe we're doing that. But hey, that's what they want to do.
When he does the Canon thing and does Last American Virgin, I'm so going to do. I wish I could do Brian's show on Monday, but it's rough on me doing two shows on Monday.
Yeah.
And being a guest on Polly's show today makes you nervous because they can wear me out. When I do shows like that, I need an hour to 2 hours nap minimum.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, in the afternoon because I don't get a full night's sleep. I never do.
Oh, okay.
I sleep the way I did in the Army, which is like about 5 hours.
Oh, wow. Nah, I get my 8, man.
and then I have to have a nap because my problem is I have that chronic pain in my spine from the degenerative bone disease,
Mhm.
and it won't let me have 8 hours. And once I wake up, and this pisses me off, Anima knows about this, I'm awake. And if I try not to drink anymore, at least 4 hours or 3 hours before I go to bed. Even if I take medicine, I just take a sip to take the meds with,
Mhm.
because I will get up in the middle of the fucking night and have to piss.
Oh, yeah.
And if you get up to go pee and try to walk around this house, good luck not turning lights on because you will walk into shit. And I've broken toes so many times as an adult that I'm just done with that. So I have to have my flashlight on, or I have to tell Alexa, turn on lights, and I'll have my eyes closed. Turn lights down, Alexa, turn lights down. I'll do it like 3 times, and finally I open my eyes. But once light hits your retinas, that causes something to happen in your brain to turn on, that it's time to wake up. And good luck getting to sleep after that.
Right.
Your circadian rhythms are so temperamental. You can't mess with them, man.
Foxy.
Bonjour,
Foxy
mon
woke
ami.
up-
Bonjour. There's Christian Delorme's here.
Yay. Yeah, Foxy got woke up in the middle of the night the other night. She couldn't go back to sleep.
Yeah, my cat gave me a black eye because I wouldn't turn on the lights to go to the toilet, and Loki ran between my feet and tripped me, and I thought I knew where the door was.
I just
But
see
instead of
I
my
just see
hand
the cat.
tilting the door, it was my face.
I just see the cat like slapping the shit out of her, going, "Where's my food, bitch? Where's my food?"
Yeah, well, that's Loki for you.
Like a pimp
That's
wanting his
basically
money.
what I
Where's
saw.
my food, bitch?
That's funny.
I gotta tell you, I really like Loki. I'm probably gonna have a good friendship with him. My worry is with who, because I think she's kind of a bitch. She's right here, so I don't want to say.
How dare you?
Oh,
How dare
look
you.
at that beauty.
I got to tell you, it's really weird. I've had every single cat I've ever had was male except for one, and her name was Miko, which is Japanese for witch. And I've always had like a great bond with my male cats. We just bond. We're brothers. We're hanging out all the like my cat Mundi. He would just sleep on my shoulders all the time. I'd be in my office drawing. He'd be right here, laying on me.
Wow.
Against the back of the chair as I'm drawing, and but this one Miko, the only female cat I've ever had that I liked. And she, like, my daughter joked that it's like she mated with you, Gerry. She had to always be near me or touching me. And Ginger, that was Ginger. I'm sorry, not Miko. Miko was the dog. Ginger. And then the last cat we had, he was murdered by a beautiful pit bull, just a wonderful dog, except for the fact that he murdered my cat. I went to Florida to hang out with Richard Bonk and my buddy Charlie Bruce. And we went to Disney World. We had a great time down there. Went to a comic convention where Richard and I were guests, and Panama City Comic Con. It'll never happen again. The convention center got destroyed, and there's no plan to rebuild it there. So they'll never have another Panama City Con. Breaks my heart because I really enjoyed that. Met some really great other artists.
Yeah.
But, while I was gone, that dog, and when I got back, they tried to say, "Oh, you can't run away." I'm like, my cat is terrified of outdoors. Not going to run away.
Yeah.
And
Sell
then
somebody else.
Yeah, it was like not even a year later. The lady, I'm not going to say her name, posted that the dog ate her other cat. And I'm like, now we know what happened to my cat.
Right.
And broke my heart because I went up and down those roads and put signs up. Have you seen my cat? Went out door to door for like a square mile. My cat didn't fucking run away. Nobody saw my cat. So Broke my heart.
Bummer.
So what do we got going on here with Dragon Ruse is here. Oh, what's up, Dragon Ruse? Any good comments? Christian Delorme has been a member for 16 months, baby. Yeah. You got it.
There you
go. Let's see. Kitty. I love cats. I really do. When I was young, I didn't think I liked them because I was a dog guy. I loved my dogs. But first cat I ever had, man, I fell in love with that little thing. I was like, oh.
Yeah, you just
And people say they don't.
Feeding time and my cats are loud.
I've only owned 2, and I love them. When my kids were young, we had one named Ghost. They talk about him to this day. He used to fuck with the Rottweiler across the street, or not across the street, but next door, because it was on a chain, right? And the cat knew it. So
show that.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I was telling Martin not to do this while you're talking.
Oh,
please don't show that. I'm going to do it.
But the cat would jump over the fence, run up, bat him, and then run right around where the friggin'
bat.
Yeah, and just sit there, watch him choke himself out. I mean, it was too funny. And of course, we've got midnight now, so.
And I've never had a cat like get angry at me.
Yeah,
never. Never got the ears back, make the. Never had that happen. Every cat is just like bonded with me. I'm just like, well, I'm very zen, and I think cats like that.
They do.
I have a very calm personality.
Now, don't be fooled though. You always need to deal with a cat with the understanding that it's always plotting your demise. Don't ever forget that. They're predators.
Oh yeah, they'll look at me and go, "Hey man, I love you, but if you die, I will eat you."
Yeah, I will eat you.
I mean,
you're going to be delicious.
I get presents at the back door. You know, I got a big backyard, and I get presents all the time
at
the back door.
Yeah, you know why that is
All right, play him a video. He just breathed.
That's right. I did it before the chat could even do it. That's right.
Give him a video, goddammit.
Where you at?
Oh, I thought that.
No, do it. I'm doing other stuff.
Get some more coffee, Martin. Get some.
Check around and see if there's a back door.
You know what we need to do is get like some Mexican or Spanish TV with Don Rickles or somebody like that doing that line, but in Espanol. It'll be funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so Christian Delorme's Vinyl Revival, 16 months, been a member, gave us a $5.69 Canadian super chat. Says Chuck Norris once sang the national anthem at a football game. It was so great. Stephen Hawking stood up.
Wow, that's impressive.
Goddamn right. He's dead.
And he was an American.
He's English. Even though his voice box wasn't. Let's see. On the days I work from home, both my cats hang out in my office all day with me. Yeah, they are just great companions for just hanging out. They really are. I love that about all the cats I've had over these years. Mundi, I didn't think I'd ever have a cat after him because he got, and I couldn't figure out because when I have a cat, you either have an indoor cat or you have an outdoor cat, which means if it's an outdoor cat, it's not really your cat.
No,
it's not really.
It's the neighborhood's cat.
Hangs out with
I'm convinced that Midnight gets fed by other people.
I am against letting your cats outdoors because they have the shortest life expectancies of any pet is an indoor outdoor cat. And in fact, I remember one time Tracy, Zoe's mom, hit a cat running across the street, just hammered it, and she went like totally trauma mode. So I had to get out. I had to drive us home afterward. I went and I grabbed one of the mats in my car and put this cat on it. I says, who does this belong to? And this family is standing out there. I walked over and I put the cat down on the lawn, and then I said these exact words: "This is why you keep cats inside." Because they're car stupid.
I can't because I have a dog door. So there's no chance I'm keeping that cat inside.
Oh man.
Wow. Plus he's an outdoor cat. He was a rescue.
Just know that it cuts their life by 30%.
Yeah.
Their life expectancy.
Yep.
We got another one. $2 Canadian super chat. Chuck Norris can win an argument with a woman.
That's
I
impressive.
must have a little transfusion from Chuck Norris because that's why I was single for so long, because I refuse to acquiesce when I know I'm right. And the women I've met in my life don't like that. Anima seems to be okay with it because we have some interesting discussions, and she won a few of our discussions. I'll go, God damn it, you're right.
Damn it,
You're
you're
totally right.
That's it.
But then she'll shit on me because I'm American. She's so anti-American.
I know
Really?
I'm not. You just sometimes don't get the European perspective at all, and that's just
Well,
yeah.
When somebody says European, the first thing that pops in my head, we're going to be talking about pussies again. All right, that's great.
Oh my
Fuck
God!
you.
Please run Christian. Thank you video.
Yeah, I guess we should do that. I'll do that. Here we go. A little bit, because apparently he's got a fever.
I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
That's
And
right.
for you, Christian, comes a little more Christian. Christopher.
Oh, you're talking to me all wrong. It's the wrong tone.
What's really funny is
that
I'm like that in real life. If somebody doesn't talk to me correctly, and I sense even the slightest amount of disrespect, I get abrasive.
Is that from
really
Joe Dirt?
funny.
That clip
Yes,
right
it
there?
is. That is a film that I am going to introduce to Anima at some point because I love that comedy. Tell him it's Joe Dirt. Don't church it up, son. It's Joe Dirt.
Don't.
And that's one of Chris Farley's. That's his older brother. That plays the security guard at the beginning of the movie. I love that movie so much.
Look, man,
because he gets caught by the Buffalo Bill character that put the girl in the well. He puts Joe Dirt in the well, put the lotion on the skin. He goes, "We heard some really bad things that he did to you. He didn't do anything to me. I swear to God, he didn't do anything to me." whole movie, they keep bringing it up. Heard he did stuff to you. No, he did nothing to me. Dennis Miller is so funny in that film too, because he's like, what does he say? He says, "Let me get this straight. You've got so much redneck inbreeding that your hair just grew out like that, where it's like he's a mullet and he's got sideburns that come to a point." Grows out that way. God, I love Dennis Miller.
Dennis Miller is one of the funniest dudes ever.
87. I've been a fan of his.
Yeah, he's extremely funny. His stand-up's great. I mean, they had a lot of really great anchors on Saturday Night Live over the years, but he's still my favorite. For the Weekend Update.
Me too. I swear to God. Him and Norm Macdonald are my two favorite.
Yeah, him and Norm.
And I grew up on the original Saturday Night Live.
Right.
You know, I watched Chevy
Not
Chase,
ready
Dan
for primetime players, and Chevy was doing it. Yeah.
I loved when the debate between Jane Curtin. Jane, you ignorant slut.
Jane, you ignorant slut. That was Dan Aykroyd said that.
Yeah, Dan Aykroyd. That's why I said Dan.
Yeah.
Dan Aykroyd would get on there. I would just crack up laughing. But the two best news guys were Dennis Miller and Norm Macdonald. Norm Macdonald just didn't fucking care.
No.
And that's what made him so funny. And, you know, Grant Tinker and those fuckers would like talk shit with him going, "We're going to fire him." You know, they get so angry because of the O.J. Simpson, Bill Clinton stuff.
Yeah.
And he's just like, "You need to cut back on that." And what do we do? He would double it up.
Double it up, man.
He like, "You don't tell me what to do. You know, this is my segment. You gave it to me."
Well, I'll tell you what to do. You have to acknowledge 6 presents and super chat.
Hi, 6.
Thank you, Gerry, for promoting responsible cat ownership. I love cats. I love dogs too. I got to be honest, man. I just love. I'm a big animal lover. I just love animals. It got me arrested
Loki's
once.
so going to be your lap cat once we.
I loved it. I was about to make a joke, and she just stomped right all over it. There, thank you.
There you go.
I said I'm an animal lover, and then I was going to say I once got arrested for that, and I stopped doing it.
Yeah, that's why I did it.
Sounds awesome.
This is one of my favorite animal lover moments from Family Guy. Actually, do I have any cat ones?
I don't think so.
Oh, yes, I do. Ren and Stimpy. Here we go. This one is for you, 6. Thank you so much for the $20 gift. And I'm glad you feel the same way because got to take care of our cats, man, because they will not take care of themselves.
What did I just tell you? Who's the pitcher? Who's the catcher?
You're the pitcher and the catcher. You're the pitcher and the catcher. See?
Nothing gay there.
No, nothing at all.
Thank you, man. That's a really kind gift, Six. I'm hoping she'll be around for the Polly show later. Does Gerry love animals as much as Brian? Brian and his goddamn sheep.
That's right.
Yeah, Anima is so happy that you're back because she was wanting you to join her a couple weeks back, and Six was taking a break from the interwebs.
Well, I tried her and I tried Max, and neither of them replied to my request to be on our show for Roadhouse, and I was really sad about that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm serious. She really was. She was just like,
man.
she goes, they've not communicated with me. I said, well, maybe they don't like you.
I so wanted to be on that Roadhouse show. That's one of my favorite movies ever, and it's the show is totally unbelievable. But I worked in the club business for 18 years, and I can tell you this: every security guard in the world that works in a nightclub needs to hear that speech he gives to his guys in that movie because it's a fact. All these people are doing the best coolers I ever saw in the business could talk people out of a fight. You know what I mean?
I don't think I was ever a cooler, but I know that when I was a bouncer, I could talk guys down. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Have a good night, man. Don't ruin your night.
Right? We want you to come in here and have a good time, damn it.
Come on, Gerry. You need to play some Roadhouse video.
Oh, hold on. Let me get to this. I watched the ladies on the uneven parallel bars at the Olympics. Why is that with a Q? Is that how they spell it in French?
Olympics.
Oh.
Olympics.
Anyway, I'll be skeptical next time a woman tells me I'm too rough in bed. Dennis Miller. Okay. I like that one. So let's see. Where are those? What studio are they in?
Maybe on the Saturdays?
Yeah, I think it is. There we go.
Pay no
Okay, that is the last time you are going to pull that crap. You hear me?
Yes.
Do you hear me? Roadhouse.
There you go. Now I had to edit those because they're much longer, those videos. But thankfully I have some experience in editing. Why is this so long? It's still playing, and what is going on? Why is it still on the logo?
I don't know.
It's 3 minutes in. 4 minutes in. 5 minutes in. What is going on with this video?
Oh, there you got something different now. It's lagging, it looks like, buddy.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yep. I mean, that's what I would think if you were just zipping through it just now and it took a second.
I'm gonna take it down and share it again. I must wait.
You were taking too long. I think you're lagging. So I removed it.
Okay.
Oh, Andy's here from the UK.
Yes.
Hi, Andy.
Jeez.
Good afternoon.
You know what? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. What movie is that?
I don't know.
Anybody?
I'm sorry.
Man,
it was a good morning, good evening. What?
It's hint is Jim. What's his name? Jim Carrey.
Truman Show.
Yep.
Okay.
Dude,
I didn't catch the tail end of it. That's what.
I think you better run this thing.
Yeah. I'm probably not gonna have much luck either. So, all right, let me find it.
There's a parrot.
Yeah, I'm.
Every time I hear that word, all I can hear is, what is that guy's name that plays the twins in used cars? The twin. You know what movie I'm talking about, right? Used Cars.
Yeah, with Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
I love that movie. I've
guy that
got
plays
that movie.
Brothers. God, the two car ownerships. The one that dies and the brother, the evil brother from across the street that wants it. I can't remember that actor's name, but there's a scene where the guy that's really has the rabbit foot and really superstitious is standing next to Kurt Russell, and he keeps repeating everything he says, and he looks at him and goes, "What are you, a fucking parrot?"
You got Jack Warden, Garrett Graham.
It's Jack Warden. I'm pretty
Jack
sure
Warden.
Jack Warden. Yeah.
Al Lewis is in that. He plays the judge.
Oh yeah. From what was he on? Addams Family or the Munsters?
Munsters.
I always
He
get
was-
those two
He was
confused.
grandpa.
Oh yeah,
Joe Flaherty is in that. Michael McKean. I love that movie, man.
it's a great movie. We didn't know how talented those guys were that made that movie at the time. They were just getting started. It was produced by Steven Spielberg and it was directed by Robert Zemeckis. Mr. Back to the Future and Forrest Gump. We didn't know how good they were back then, but boy, that movie is awesome. I love it.
I forget on Google, how do you get to your movies? I haven't been there in so long.
Movies on Google?
Yeah, because I buy movies through Microsoft and Google.
Oh, I
And-
wouldn't know,
and
man.
they've changed
I buy all my
everything on
stuff
Google.
through Voodoo. That's where I buy my
Yeah,
stuff.
I stopped years ago buying stuff. And I forget how to get to. I'm going to go look.
I'm going back to physical media myself. I was buying on Voodoo for a couple of years, but I'm going to start buying them now.
Physical is the only way you really own it. So that's where I would
You're
go.
right.
Well,
Absolutely.
I told
Absolutely.
you why I stopped for a while, right, Anima?
Yeah.
Because back in 2002, I helped a husband and wife, and I fired because I had not a live-in, but I had a housekeeper that visited me twice a week. I paid him to take care of the house because I was raising my daughter and working a full-time job, and
They robbed you.
I fired them, and hired my neighbor to help them because the landlord had given them a place to help them, and I was trying to be a good person, and the repayment I got was they robbed me blind.
Yeah.
They took
I
all
remember
my
you telling that
movies,
story. Yeah.
$10,000 worth of movies. They stole,
They
including
took
my
Zoe
daughter's,
stuff. That's what really
Yeah.
sucks.
her movies, and that's what really got me angry. And but anyway, yeah. So it broke my heart so much. I just stopped collecting physical media. But now, when I buy movies, I only buy movies, physical media for films I love. Everything else, I don't mind having non-physical media. I don't really care.
Yeah, that's another reason why I'm going back to physical media is because I haven't wanted to buy a lot of stuff these days. A lot of the stuff that's coming out's not that good.
All right,
You
I'm
know
going
what I
to
mean?
pause this for a second and share my screen just so you can see this entire screen. Here you go. Share. These are the movies that I own over on Google.
Okay.
And there's used cars.
Used cars. I've got that one on Voodoo. Yeah.
Goonies. I bought both versions of Summer Vacation, the original and that attempt at a new one, which was okay. Wasn't great. Then I own a lot of TV.
Mhm.
I love Elementary.
I don't buy many TV things. Not many. Used to buy the box sets. I mean, I think I bought Rhonda. She was a nurse for many, many years. Which is why I understand your sick sense of humor. Yeah, it was
She
ER.
got my humor right off the bat. I said, "Who's the blue-haired woke bitch behind you?"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she laughed about that. She was like, "Yeah, he gets it." But
What color is your wife's hair right now?
orange. She changes it about every 2 months.
I know she changed it a couple of times.
Instead of fixing the roots, she just changes the whole thing.
Yep.
Yeah, right now it's orange.
What flavor? You got to ask her. What flavor are you this week?
All right, that's it. Tangerine, baby, tangerine. So
let's
tell
get
us
in
about
and
this
talk
movie,
this
Sniper, man.
Yeah, let's get
what's
into
the
this
thing
movie.
about?
It's been playing for a few minutes now.
Mm-hmm.
My boss worked on this film. I love that. Dale Dye.
Mhm.
And Dale had already worked with Tom Berringer, so they already had a friendship. He's worked with
Yeah,
him
on Platoon, right? Yeah.
4 times. He's worked with Tom 4 times.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
And my personal favorite that they worked on together, not Platoon,
No.
is the Rough Riders.
Oh, there you
When
go.
Tom Berringer played Teddy Roosevelt. Even though they changed the historical incident, and it bugged me that they did, because you need to show a character warts and all.
Yeah.
If you're going to be true to that character, show what he did, what he said, and who he said it to. But I never get rid of my I even still have my music cassettes and VHS tapes from the 80s. I've moved so many times, stuff just disappears. Breaks my heart because I had some really good stuff. So they're down in Central America, and they've got to. He had a target to take care of, and then they've got to make their egress out. And this is where he loses his
Spotter.
His spotter. They have to be good snipers too.
Well, I
But,
would imagine. I mean, if the lead guy gets knocked out, he's got to be able to finish the mission, right?
Yeah. And it really sucks. He's lost people before. And snipers tend to be like LRRPs in particular when they go out. LRRP, LRRP. That's long range reconnaissance patrols.
Mm-hmm.
And that was where I first heard of the M21 because it's a modified M14 for sniping. It's a very good fucking weapon. And in fact, in Battlefield, that was my preferred weapon. I didn't like the Barrett. Everybody was Barrett. I said, look, the Barrett's not realistic in that game. It's a one-shot, one-kill weapon. And you hit anybody with a 50 caliber, they're done. One shot.
Really,
they're done.
Dude,
come on,
dude. Even if you miss them, they get a fever.
But not in Battlefield. 2-shot kill, unless you get them in the head.
Come on, that thing blows
That's,
limbs off. Are you kidding me? Good Lord.
That's why I play Call of Duty hardcore, because when I hit somebody in the head or body, I want to know that I've dropped them with one shot. And Anima Watch, I get a lot of headshots and I get a lot of one-shot, one kills because I hit center mass. In fact, I last night I played for a few minutes and I got a kill that even I went, I got that fucking shot.
What a shot,
like,
right?
I'm like, man, I did well on that. Wow. I like this scene because they're trying to get the hell out of there. They know they're being hunted. And his young buddy here, right when they're heading out, he's covering him, gets fucking nailed.
Now, these guys, correct me if I'm wrong, Gary, I don't know much about the snipers, but I've always thought they were, first of all, they're out there with no backup, basically, until they get extracted. So they have to be camouflage experts, don't they? I mean, half of it's not being seen, right?
They have to blend into the environment. It's the one time where your camouflage has to be done a certain way to blend. So you become part of the environment. Rest of the time, what camo is for is to break up the human form.
Right. Just break up the outline. But
yeah,
these guys, they have total cosplay, basically.
Yeah. Well, you're trained in the military to look for our eyes. The human eye is designed to look for the human form or make logic out of shapes that we see. And that's why we'll be walking along, we'll see movement, and we automatically turn to it peripherally, you know. And you can identify a human form very easily. And you got to find a way when you're doing camo to break that up. And that's why you get such weird shapes when they do the makeup. I remember I was fucking around one day and I did a full sleeve stack.
Oh, wow.
My sergeant goes, fail.
That's it.
He didn't say you failed. He said, fail. He just pointed knife hand at me. Fail. I went, oh.
No.
So, but anyway, I really do like this film. Tom Berringer does such a good job in this film.
Is there anything
He
he
loves
doesn't do a good
Zane.
job in? I mean, the guy's a very underrated actor. I dig him. Always
And of
have.
course, they are Marines, by the way. They're Marine snipers. He is Master Gunnery Sergeant Thomas Beckett. In the ongoing series of films, his son, the character is supposed to be his son.
Mhm.
And he's been involved with almost all of them, but one that I'm aware of. And Billy Zane's in and out. Billy Zane doesn't become a good character until the end of this film because he's so
He is
fucking
so
annoying.
mean. Yeah.
Really?
I am so.
Well,
Even when people go, man, you're a grumpy old man. I'm like, I've always been grumpy. I was a grumpy young man.
well,
I was very cranky with people.
in his defense, his character is just a civilian guy that the government slap a uniform on him.
Yeah,
and
you've
say,
been with SWAT. It's like we're going to throw you into the deep end of the pool. You're going to go downrange. In
He knows
like
shit
the
about
worst
the
way.
jungle. That's why
He
he's
doesn't know
so
anything
bad.
about it. I love the scene on the train that's coming up when he meets Thomas Beckett for the first time. And he says, yeah, I got this and it cost me a lot of money. And he goes, really? And then he like lets it hang out the window of the train and then lets it go. And he goes, it's useless to you in the jungle. That costs a lot of money. He's a pretty boy.
Yeah.
This is back when he had hair.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he
He's a
shaved
kid.
it off after Titanic because people recognized him and gave him so much hate for his role in Titanic that he shaved it off.
Women, I'm going to bet.
Oh yeah.
Well, he's good. He's good at playing a pain in the ass. No doubt about it, man.
I'm not saying that women are crazy, but in my life, my experiences, almost everybody crazy I've ever met was a woman.
Look, man, I tell people all the time, dude, you just got to hope you get one that's a little bit crazy because they're all some form of crazy.
I was on a date one
And I'm
night.
sure Anima would agree with that.
I told this to Anima one time. I met this girl that she was from Portugal. And just gorgeous, beautiful woman. We still chummy. I still talk to her every once in a while, but I backed away from her very quickly, like Homer Simpson going into the shrubbery. Because like I'm sitting there, we're talking, and it clicked in my head, oh, you're not passionate, you're insane. She's crazy. And once I picked up on that, I was like, well, I've had just a great time. We got to talk again real soon. You have a good night now. I'll take care of the check. All right, bye. And I fucked off. I'm like, no. Never doing that again. She's part of the Blade Runner community, so I still talk to her. She's really nice. Don't get me wrong. She's very nice, but not my, nope. And I'm not a game player. I don't enjoy any kind of games. I don't like drama. I will walk away from people. Look at those piercing eyes. Best movie he
does
ever in.
have. Yeah.
He
That's
did
why
a
the girls
film.
dig him.
Well, he did a film, his first movie, and he's a psychotic killer in it. And it was made in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to remember the name of the film. It's got Sam Neill in it, and it was an early, if not one of the first films for Tom Cruise's ex.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck is her name? Oh,
Nicole Kidman?
It was Dead Calm.
Dead Calm, yeah. Yeah, he was in that. He was a lunatic.
It's got Nicole Kidman, yeah. Mm-hmm. That movie is an intense thriller.
Yeah, it is. Sam Neill's the husband, right? I believe.
Sam Neill plays the husband.
Mm-hmm.
Billy Zane's the hot young guy that they rescue, but maybe he wasn't rescued. Maybe he's the killer that killed everybody on that boat.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Nicole doesn't even look like Nicole Kidman. She's got she looks like a kid. It's bizarre looking.
Mm-hmm.
She's one of those women that, in my opinion, I didn't think much of her till she hit her 40s. And I'm like, God damn, she's beautiful.
Yeah, she
is.
Like
in her late 30s, going into her 40s is when she got gorgeous. It's like her best friend. I can't think of her name. That was married to Heath Ledger.
Oh.
Got it on that one. Don't know.
I can never remember her name. She was in King Kong.
She was in what?
She was in the remake of King Kong.
No. Naomi Watts.
Jessica-
She wasn't married to
Naomi
Heath Ledger.
Watts.
Well,
She
she
was
was his
married.
girlfriend.
Naomi Watts?
Yeah.
Is that who you're talking about? Naomi Watts?
Yeah.
She
Oh,
was married to
Jessica
this
Lange's
guy.
from the 70s one. And then if you're talking about the Peter Jackson remake, it's Naomi Watts.
Yes, it's Naomi Watts.
Mhm.
Liev Schreiber was her husband.
Soon after meeting on the set of Ned Kelly, Heath Ledger and Naomi Watts started a meaningful relationship. After the couple's separation, there was a lot of speculation pointed towards her 11-year age gap as a potential factor of the breakup. I just remember them being together.
Yeah.
But Naomi and Kidman are like best friends.
Didn't know that.
Everybody in Australia knows each other. What's wrong with you?
It's a small community.
I'll tell you the one that really freaked me out. The psycho girl that lives next door to Charlie Sheen in the show 2.5 Men.
Mm-hmm.
She's Australian. She's not American.
Really?
She's crazy. She's a stalker.
In the show, she's insane.
Absolutely.
Now, there's a great actor right there that died young, J.T. Walsh. He did that movie Rundown with Kurt Russell and died right after it.
What did you die of? Cancer?
I think it was a sudden death. I'm assuming like stroke or heart attack. I'll look it up real quick. Hold
that
on.
sucks.
Let's see. Heart attack.
Bummer.
Sudden
Too
onset.
young to have a heart attack.
Right.
He was born in 43 and died in 97, man.
Wow.
He was so good in A Few Good Men, too. And I have problems with that film because I think it has an anti-military soldier sentiment in it that kind of bugged me. He's really good in Needful Things. That's right. He's in Sling Blade. I forgot about that movie. Oh, man, he spilled his cinnamon candy on me.
Damn it. Messed it up. Still my favorite helicopter to this day. The Huey. Love it.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I've gotten the ride in Hueys and Blackhawks. I never got to ride in a Chinook. I've been inside of a Chinook, but never got to go up on one.
Huey's the only one I've ever been.
Yeah, that's something I really don't
You
want
were
to
in
do
a little
again.
longer than I was, though, bud. I was only in 3 years. It was back in the mid-'80s. 83 to
I
86.
will never have to be in a helicopter.
I stayed active in the reserves for a little bit, but the minute my son was born, Sean, I left.
Yeah. Yeah. When I was in, we still had Jeeps. They were just fixing to go over to the Humvee, and they were fixing to replace the 45 with the 9mm Beretta when I was getting out. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a pickup truck ambulance when I was in.
Really?
At first, and then my unit was the first reserve unit to get the new Humvee ambulances.
Mm-hmm.
They were amazing. Yeah. They made their own air.
Wow.
You can shut the outside off and it's got scrubbers in it. Make your own air.
Nice.
They were nice. They were designed specifically to deal with hazardous situations with chemicals. Because, shit going on in Iraq.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
That was one of our biggest concerns. I kept saying, like I told one of the guys I was with, he said, will these pro masks really protect us? I said, from some things. The shit they're going to throw at us? No, you'll put those on, it'll just melt the plastic to your face.
Right.
And everybody was like, oh, you shouldn't be telling us that. And I'm like, I'm telling you the truth. Also, by the way, the rifle used in this film by the enemy is a Dragunov.
Yes.
which is an awesome weapon. I remember when I met Ultra Rob Bankus, and we knew each other, but we weren't friends yet. And we were doing a fireworks battle. We called it Vietnam in whatever year it was. And one side of a river would dress up as American soldiers. The other side would drink up as gooks. And we'd fire fireworks at each other till it was over. And we'd record the whole thing. And Jason Stewart would sell these videos. And I've shown the video of Patio Pat. He was in the Army at the time we did it, and he lost his shit. Made national TV when he lost his shit. And you could hear me laughing in the background because the madder he got, the funnier it was. Because he lost a lot of... He had fireworks all in his footlocker, his Army footlocker. And he had built this little pillbox with sandbags, and it looked like a nice little hooch on the side of the river. And he's all geared up. He's all battle rattle out there. And one of the first fucking bottle rockets that was fired was a free one given to the kid for getting a fill up at a gas station. You got a free cheap ass bottle rocket. Well, that one fires and it skips across the water, and it skips up into the air and goes into his bunker. Okay.
Oh,
and it finds a micro crack about like that big, and it goes through that into his footlocker full of fireworks.
No,
$500 to $1,000 worth of fireworks, and it exploded like the most beautiful Vietnam explosion you've ever seen, from video footage or film footage. And he got so angry, and the angrier he got, I mean, at one point he threw his helmet into the ground, cussing, "Son of a bitch, motherfucker!" And the more he got mad, the more we laughed at him.
Damn.
I got to tell you, Tom Berringer has a real military bearing about him.
Yeah, he does.
And I really do attribute that to his training under Dale Dye. You look at some of the guys who have trained under Dale Dye who went on to have great careers. And I do think that their great careers are thanks to what he gave them.
Mm-hmm.
He gave them a military bearing.
Yep.
Patrick Jordan is here. What's up, sir? The Chief.
Now, okay, let me ask you something. Is he Army or Marine?
Marines. He's a
Okay.
gunnery.
I was fixing to say the way he had, the way he had his
Gunny.
sleeves rolled up. I don't know how you did it when you were in, but the way we did it was we'd take the sleeve and we'd fold it up about halfway and then roll it and then tuck it back over to cover up the light stuff underneath. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Do you understand what I'm talking about? That's how we rolled them up. But I've always seen Marines roll it up that way. They never take the time. They just roll it up.
I got a picture here of what my sleeves look like. I got to find my Army pic.
That's the way we always did. You know what I'm talking about, right? Where you take the actual cuff from the end and you actually use it as a flap to roll over the top
because
of it.
they're supposed to be flat.
Right.
Should be no pillowing.
Mm-hmm.
And save image. And now I'll bring it up because this shows what we did.
Mm-hmm.
Army is very specific in how we roll our sleeves, and there is technique to it.
Yep.
And I get aggravated when I see people wearing their sleeves
Yeah,
wrong.
there it is. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you take it and you pull it inside out up to about right underneath your armpit. Roll it a couple of times, and then take the cuff down on top of it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And as you can tell, even though the front guy there, that's Hope. We called him Woody Allen because he looked like Woody Allen. Fuller, the guy in the middle there, he and Gulak there, the black kid, they were my best friends in basic training. I hung out with those little fuckers all the time.
Wow.
But I was a giant in the Army, and you can really see
that.
Yeah, one of the nicknames they tried to give me at one point was Captain America because I just was that all-American looking guy.
Yeah.
But it didn't stick. Ghost was the name that stuck because I would just suddenly be behind somebody and they go, fuck, how did you get here? You're so big. How are you so quiet?
Right.
I walk on the outsides of my feet. Here's the train scene. I love this, man. He throws that fucking it's supposed to be part of his costume. It's not a uniform to him. He just throws it out the window.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he wears those lapels like he's in the reserves.
Dude, what's with the hat, man?
He looks
Yikes.
dressed up all
He
the
has
time.
zero military bearing.
None. That guy looks like a
He
punk.
He doesn't
Yeah,
own
he-
the uniform 1 second in this movie. It's just a costume. He's a clown.
That's what I said. I said it's a costume. It's not a uniform.
But it doesn't even become a uniform. He gets his shit together, but he doesn't look right in a uniform.
He's not a soldier. I do love the photography in this film, the jungles. I forget. I need to go check real quick. Shooting location. Production. Where's production? Oh, they don't have a production information? Okay, here we go. Yes, that's it. I remember they were shot down under. They found some really beautiful locations, and there's a little bit of it shot in Panama. But most of it was shot in Queensland, Australia, Port Douglas, Paranella Park, and Karoonda. Australia's got some crazy fucking names, man.
Yeah, it does.
You know, if you ever study paleontology and look at the life in Australia, it's got the craziest fucking animals on this planet.
Dude.
Because they were cut off from the rest of the world and they evolved in a different fucking way.
Yep. Now Australia, that's still in the Pacific Ocean.
Hey, Gab.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's closer to the equator than we are, right?
Yep.
No.
South of the equator.
Is it?
Yeah. That's why everything goes backwards there.
Yeah, they have Christmas in summer.
I just know this much, man. I learned how to rappel in the military police corps. And those guys that do that,
they're pretty repellent.
The way they do it is insane to me. I understand it works the same way as the way we do it, you know, the classic foot against the wall going down. But those guys, they they do it face first. I'm like, good.
Yeah,
God,
that's
you're
Australian,
crazy.
and that's how I learned to rappel in the military. I'd rappelled before.
Yeah.
But
I've
in the
never done it.
military, my sergeant, Tom Parker,
Mhm.
one weekend we're on FTX and he says, you're going to learn how to Australian rappel. And I'm like, really? And he goes, yeah, I'm going to teach you. And we did it. And I was like terrified. The first time I did it, I'm like, oh my God, if I fuck up, I'm going face down into
Right, face first. That's
I'm
what.
just going to bam. Your face goes like that. You do it wrong.
Yep.
Got it right.
Hey, man. Pat's in the house.
Oh, I see that.
right.
I also got
What's
it. You want me to message you? Shit, you up? Yes, I am, Pat. I am up. I'm awake. That's the best.
This is not a virtual Gerry.
Yeah, I'm reading your message. You asked me if I'm up. I am up.
We all know he's a replicant.
Hey, Jedi Bill.
Hey,
Hello.
Jedi Bill. Good
Jedi Bill
morning,
kicks
man.
butt. What's up, man?
Look at all that bamboo.
That shit grows like crazy.
Yeah, when I read the book 1,000 Years of Torture, I told you the
no.
most horrifying thing I ever
Yeah.
read was how they would put a man in a seat with a hole in it, and they would put a bamboo plant under him and let it grow into him.
Oh,
Yeah.
please.
That's a visual nobody needed.
And I walked away from that, and I handed the book back to my dad. I said, "Why did you have me?"
Right?
I just wanted you to know what humans are capable of. I didn't need to know.
Yeah.
No requirement in this life.
I beg to differ.
Yikes.
Hey,
You
Ariel.
beg all you want.
Ariel the bullet. But hey, okay.
She was in the chat yesterday when me and my brother were doing the show, and he goes, "Yeah, Ariel's avatar there has huge tracts of land."
Tracts of land.
I was like, "Yeah, she's
My
always got one
God.
of those."
He's got huge eyes.
So funny.
Ooh, a lot of people responding to my Kurt Russell birthday.
Oh, today's his birthday? How old is he?
Yesterday was.
How old was he?
1 million.
1,000,002.
He's 73.
Oh. So what was the final verdict on the Godzilla show on Apple TV that he was in with his son?
It was good. It was
Yep.
good for the most part. There was 2 episodes that were kind of crappy, where they went woke in one, just totally woke.
Mhm.
And some of the characters were clearly checkbox characters
Ugh.
that had piss poor development. But the overall story itself was really good. And I love Kurt Russell's character.
What was the name of it? Monarch? Was that right?
Yes.
Yeah, Monarch.
Okay.
They're finally getting into what Monarch is, and they toyed with it. Because Anima got to watch a movie this weekend. Tell them what movie we watched.
Godzilla.
2014.
Yeah.
It's always important to mention what year it is. She
No
finally got to
kidding.
watch that with me. And I forgot just how much I did enjoy that film. Because I tell people that if you're paying attention, you'll notice that the young soldier and Godzilla are having the same story arc.
Yes.
Wow.
They're following the same trajectory as
Yeah.
characters. And they even give you a fulfillment moment at the end where they
Where they make
both
eye
defeated their
contact,
villains.
yeah.
They look at each other and they pass out at the same time.
Wow.
Collapse.
What a
I
great
just thought,
movie.
what a great payoff. The mistake that was made in that film was taking too long to show Godzilla and those fucking feet. I'm so glad they
the
changed
elephant
Godzilla's feet.
Yeah.
They gave him elephant type feet and they just look weird.
They're too small for his size.
I mean, don't get me wrong, during the Showa era, we got some weird looking Godzilla feet and eyes. Those googly eyes they gave him, like, what the fuck?
Yes. The googly eyes.
We about at the halfway point, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
In case you are still doing that.
Wait a minute.
I hope you are.
Martin is into torture. And wait, hold on. Hold on to what?
Computer War.
Tombstone's my number one favorite Kurt Russell film.
If you're talking about the
West.
Disney ones, man, I like The Strongest Man in the World myself. I love that one. I think it's great.
I like the Computer Award Tennis Shoes.
Yeah.
But when it comes to favorite Kurt Russell movie of all time, it's The Thing.
Yeah, The Thing. That's his
It's my number
movie,
2
isn't
favorite
it?
film of all time.
Yeah.
Period. Tombstone is like number 6 in my favorite movie.
But for the
list.
purposes of this show, though, I think Stargate's one of his greatest roles ever. The Air Force officer that was ready to cash it in till he got this mission. It was that movie. You know, I'd never got into the TV series, but I am a huge fan of that fucking movie.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. I never got into the movie.
Okay. Save it for when we go.
Yeah, I'm being quiet so you can do it.
Meet the Seattle Vigilante. Like so many comic heroes, this warrior hides his identity. But his identity isn't the only secret he has to keep. After grievous wounds received during combat, Tier 1 operator John Russell begins to recover and comes to terms with his new reality of being an amputee. And as he learns how to use his new prosthetic limb, he finds himself caught up in the bureaucratic red tape that too many wounded veterans experience, the exhausting medboard process. Out of sheer frustration, John takes it out on the criminal scum of the city. But when reality kicks in, John realizes he started something that's having an impact on the greater world around him, and thus has to reevaluate his motives. And moreover, just how far is John willing to go to finish this war he's declared against the criminals in Seattle? And will he even survive? From the creator of IDW's award-winning graphic novel Code Word Geronimo comes a new story about a different kind of warrior, Vindicated Inc., the first of its kind disabled veteran action hero comic. The Vindicated Inc. graphic novel crowdfunding campaign on fundmycomic.com is provided in the description of this video. We hope you become a contributor. Please share this link. Thank you.
Now, I got to tell you, Beckett does interact with an NCIS officer, and I kind of like the way, when you see military films, the most accurate ones show that Marines and naval personnel do not like NCIS. Don't like them. It's not like the military police. It's a different thing. Like SPs for Navy, and they deal with the Marines. SP and MPs, really, I've always got along with them. We just shit on them a little bit by calling them military pricks.
Yeah, of course. It's called CID. The closest
CID is the Army's version
police. Yep. Mm-hmm.
of CID, Criminal Investigations Division, specifically, is the NCIS of the U.S. Army.
Yep.
SIDS, as we call them.
Mm-hmm.
And SIDS are fucking assholes.
Yes, sir.
They're not like cops, regular cops.
The cops don't like them.
Yeah, cops don't like them.
I
gotta tell you, man, SIDS and fucking NCIS are not popular with personnel.
No.
Because these guys will try to make their careers off of a bust of somebody that's serving their country. And we saw that just in the last few years with that Navy SEAL who was finally exonerated when they were saying they tortured people and all that shit. Because he had two guys that were under, or three guys that served under him, didn't like his style. He was being mean to us. So you think there aren't woke people in the military?
Oh, there's plenty of them.
They're in the Navy SEALs too.
Mm-hmm.
And these guys weed themselves out eventually, but they will do damage. And they try to destroy this guy's life and his career.
Mm-hmm.
And he was exonerated in the end. I don't know whatever happened to those fuckers, but I hope they got fucking ruined from what they did to him. But one NCIS officer tried to make his career off of that one fucking case, destroyed his career in the end. He got a fucking hard on for it. And it's ridiculous. But anyway, Richard Dean Anderson was a good replacement for Kurt Russell. I agree. Look, I didn't like Stargate its first 2 seasons. I refused to watch it because I love the movie. And I was pissed that they left the director and co-producer on it out, Dean Devlin. And that they were not involved with this TV series and that they had recast the characters. And everybody's like, yeah, but it's the guy from whatever that show was. MacGyver. And I fucking hated that show. They go, you like MacGyver? I'm like, fuck no. Why not? Because I'm a veteran and I'm a fucking grown-ass man. People are like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? I said, cowboy the fuck up and figure it out.
Right. I mean, damn, dude.
I can only
do so much with a
rubber band and a paper clip. I'm gonna fucking build a nuke.
Whatever. Sure.
But in the end, I liked Richard Dean Anderson. I'm like, the guy nailed it, man. He really did. I ended up really getting into the show. When I got into the show, when did they bring in the alien dude to be a regular? As part of the
guy.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I didn't watch the show.
It seemed like it was season 3. And that's when I stepped in, and then because I enjoyed it, I ended up watching reruns, and I'm like, "This is a really good show," and I became a fan of the show.
Yeah,
The
But
best show is Stargate
sometimes
Atlantis, in my opinion.
I liked I liked all of them. I got to be honest. I even liked that really terrible Battlestar Galactica ripoff one they did.
oh my
The
god,
last
really?
one they did
Uni-
before it got canceled.
What was
Universe.
Universe.
Stargate
Yeah,
Universe.
Universe.
I like
I even
the
enjoyed
movie.
that. A lot of
I-
people don't know the captain, the main character. That guy's actually from Portugal. He got rid of
Oh,
his
he is.
accent.
You know,
Yeah, he's
if they
from
keep,
Portugal.
as long
I
as they
thought
keep,
he's Scottish.
as long as they keep,
No, you're thinking Robert Carlyle.
Oh, yeah, that one. That's
as long as they keep
Sorry.
the premise they had in the movie, that and this is what I always said about the movie: leave it to the U.S. military to start a revolution on another planet. As long as they keep that in the show, I'd be hip with it. You know what I mean? Because that's what I loved about that movie.
Yeah, this is the guy I'm talking about. I love this guy's character. Had no idea that he is not American. Because I swore he was American in that show. He had perfect speech pattern. He had a great voice, and he is from Portugal.
This guy's a good actor.
Yeah, he is.
I'm trying now. I got to look him up to see what I've seen him in, because I've seen him before.
Oh, he's let me see if I can find some stuff he was in. He's in Shooter. You brought that up earlier, the other sniper film.
Okay.
Yes, and I think he
with
was
Marky
in,
Mark.
I think he was in Behind Enemy Lines. He is the NATO general.
Yes. Yes, and he's really good in that. He was in the updated 2008 version of Andromeda Strain, which is okay. Not as good as the original film.
Breaking Bad.
He was in Saw 4. He's in the remake of Dawn of the Dead. Hello, Mary Lou, Prom Night 2, back in 87. He's in that.
That's where I saw him at, was Dawn of the Dead. That's where I saw him at. Yeah.
God, he's in a lot of stuff. Wow.
It's like
Saw
he's done some
5.
video game work too.
But very good actor. And I had no idea this guy, his American accent is. He went to a speech person to learn how to sound American so he could have a broader career. I kind of like that. He's like that actor you'll see every once in a while that was in Clear and Present Danger that played the Colombian gangster in it. Because he could play any
That guy's good too. Yeah. Yeah.
God, he's good.
They look like
Moira.
they could be brothers. Yeah.
When he says the girl's name, Moira, he left a
Moira,
phone
yeah.
message, which is how they figure out who he is and how to find him and all that shit. Is that
Right.
left that phone message? Moira. The way he
Moira.
said her name.
And we have Shanosky. So
Hey, what's up, buddy?
boom. There you
Hey,
go.
Pete's here too. But I was one of the people that liked Stargate Universe. It just didn't click with the audience. It went too far into the dark, making it like Battlestar Galactica. Everybody, it's like, that's what happens. You get a hit show and then or movie, and everybody mimics it. Tries to get that same look and feel.
Did you see Pete Denkat's thing there? Have you done Dogs of War? Have you done that one?
No.
I have seen it many a time, but no, we have not done it yet, and it is on my list. It's in our folder for Anima and I to watch.
Yeah.
Okay. This is gonna sound like a cliche, but the book is way better.
Okay.
Yeah, look, it's not a bad film, but it is
No.
not.
But
No,
they have to.
You gonna say something else?
Yes. It's not a good film, but they have to trim so much from the book in order to fit the 2 hours. That it's
That's
it's
often a
the
problem.
basics.
But it's on my list. I will cover it because I do like the film. I mean, Christopher Walken, man. Christopher Walken. By the way, I don't know if anybody noticed, but this is the thumbnail for Masters of the Air, and you notice I added Anima to it.
Oh,
Oh,
wow. That's a first.
Nice.
yeah. I'm testing it out to see if people give a shit.
They're
Damn.
doing
On
something
that
nice,
note,
and the very next second he's an asshole.
I'm
Why
going to
am
get
I with
coffee.
this jerk? Oh my god. Yeah, I said it on another show, guys. If you want to ask why I am with this guy, pick a number and join the queue.
Well, they changed the rules on Stargate Universe from the gates having to be in stationary spot. Yeah. Now being it was supposed to be in a fixed position. That's right. Exactly. Exactly. It just didn't click with the fan base.
That's why they ended it the way they did.
Yeah.
They just cut it off.
Abruptly ended, and we didn't get a conclusion. We didn't get to find out what happened.
Which sucks. And I mean, there's this huge fan base, and nobody is doing anything Stargate. I don't understand it.
Well, they keep
At least do a
trying it.
movie.
They started this one that was almost like a web series. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I think that they're having issues with rights and shit.
Because Dean Devlin was actually involved with that one, right? As I recall. Dean should have
I
stuck
don't
to acting. I got to be honest. Dean Devlin. He's in a movie that I liked. He was one of the computer nerds in the movie Moon 44 with Michael Paré. It's a good sci-fi film. But he's the guy behind the TV show The Ark, and I think that got canceled, didn't it?
I don't know.
I think the one show that he does that I kind of enjoy is Almost Paradise. It's got the martial arts kid that starred in Leverage and The Librarians. Christian Kane. He also plays a young Robert Duvall in Secondhand Lions. Very good actor, that kid.
Our Rumble just started acting up.
Oh, we're having trouble streaming to your destination. Is it possible the stream was ended or
What's going on there?
Well, it's frozen. And yeah.
That's weird.
That is
So
weird.
You know what is weird? It doesn't the stream is frozen, but the timer of the stream is still running. So I think Rumble itself is having trouble.
Well, I got to tell you, Rumble and StreamYard. We're live. We're back to being live now. Rumble and StreamYard have a problem. StreamYard has a dedication to YouTube that I think is unhealthy. Ghost in the Machine. I remember that movie and the album.
I was fixing to say the album was awesome. I love the cover because it just had it was supposed to be a digital
version
of the three guys. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was very cool.
It looks like those cheap Casio watches.
Yeah.
From the late 70s, early 80s.
The what? How many pieces is it? 3, 7. It's 7. You know, that 7 slash. You know, the big. If you filled it all up, it made an 8. But yeah, that was cool. I think they had the slashes in there too, though, like the X that goes in each.
I'll just pull it up real quick.
Very cool. By the way, if you don't know, folks, that's the Police we're talking about. Ghost in the Machine, awesome album. Mm-hmm. Sting.
It was their, at the time, biggest selling album.
Yes, it was. It was huge.
And they really embraced the sound in that album.
Yep.
But there it is.
Yep. Pretty cool, man.
The only one I really know who's who is the middle one. That's clearly Sting.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, because he always had that his hair spiked up.
You know what? It looks like the counter on the Predator.
Predator.
Yeah,
there you go.
Right. Yeah, the countdown counter. Yep. Mm-hmm. Pretty cool stuff.
I don't recall there being any backdoor things from this movie. Were there, Anima?
Nope. We would have a video if there was, because I make you do videos if we find backdoors.
She'll go, yes, you need to record this. I'm like, oh fuck. All right.
That
Gotta
is
do
how we
work
get new
again.
pets over the years.
The younger version of
needed.
Tommy Lee Jones. Wasn't that Josh Brolin?
Yes.
Thought so.
And he talks like him in real life too.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, that was not a big leap. Because
No.
he really talks a little like Tommy Lee Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we have a breach.
Here, this. I will give you this as a gift for that breach, along with a video. It's me in the barracks reading some quality reading there. My best friend in the army took that photo.
Oh man, you know what? That's a throwback to military pictures from. Well, I mean, I don't personally have one, but I know half the pictures of my dad in the barracks. There are centerfolds on the wall and shit, man.
Dude,
you know,
you look like Jim Carrey in Me, Myself, and Irene.
I'm going to tell you something here too.
Oh God! Now I can't get it out of
magazine?
my head.
That magazine
You
made me a
good
lot of money.
Yeah.
That I made good money off that magazine because there was no porn in basic training.
Yeah.
And I bought that one because I got to go off post to get art supplies because I was going to do a mural in the barracks. And so I caught that magazine and I'm like not being watched. So I fucking bought that, snuck it in, hit it. Drill sergeants never found my shit. At the end of graduation, I told my drill instructors, I'm like, yeah, man, I had contraband. They said, where'd you have it? And I said, I'm going to ruin it for future groups that come in through basic training. I said, the vent in the shower stall comes out of the wall.
Oh shit, Gerry.
And they went and they did it, and they're like, they found so much contraband in there.
That's great.
Tobacco, cigarettes, candy, potato chips, magazines. And
wait,
I
why
was
would
a
candy
dick.
be forbidden? Why would candy and potato chips be forbidden?
It's contraband. It's why. It's contraband.
no
It's not
sense.
military regs. If it's not military regs, you don't get to fucking keep it. Your civilian clothes are kept in lockup.
Yep.
And you can only have it if you have leave. Period. Only thing allowed in your foot locker need to have been given to you by the U.S. military.
Issued.
The only thing you're allowed
only.
The only thing you're allowed to have in there that's not is for your grooming.
Yeah, like deodorant,
combs, brushes, deodorant, toothpaste. You're not allowed to have mouthwash.
Your toiletries, yeah, but
you get caught with mouthwash. Kid got caught with it.
Well, that has alcohol. That makes sense.
It cost that drill sergeant his rank. He made him drink Scope. It was either that or Listerine. Made him drink it. And kid was 17. So moms ruin the military. They really do. They pussify everything. They're the ones who started the whole woke thing. Moms. And they're like, that drill sergeant had no right to take my to make him drink that mouthwash. I'm going to get him fired. And that's not what they did, but he cost him his rank.
I hate to say it, but he's absolutely correct on that front. Yes. Love you, moms out there. I know Mother's Day's coming up and everything, but yeah.
My aunt was my mom.
Yeah.
My Aunt Maddie. When I was on temporary duty overseas, it's not considered a deployment because it's temporary duty. And
TDY?
she sent me, because she heard that it was really cold in Riyadh, where I was at. And so she sent me a care package. And she sent me a knitted Peter warmer. And when you open one of those things, you know as well as I do that it is open in front of everybody.
Yes.
And I'm like, what is this? And I looked at it, I'm like, what is this, a tea cozy? What the? And then I read the card, and I'm reading it aloud because you have to read everything aloud. And I'm serious.
That's true. Military, it's true. I got stories about this
privacy.
Too. Yeah.
There's no such thing as privacy, man. If you get cookies, everybody gets cookies.
That's right.
You get maybe one or part of one. And so I opened this thing. There's a lot of snacks in there I had to share, but I'm reading that. And when I got to it, it says, and honey, I heard that it gets really cold there. So like your brother, I sent you a Peter warmer. And I went, oh my God. And I stopped and everybody's fucking losing their minds. I'm like, oh, fuck. That's what that is. And like one of them goes, how did she know your size?
Yeah, then one question here is, did you have to put it on in front of everybody?
Oh God,
No.
that would be evil. That would just be
I wouldn't have
bad.
done that. I would have
No.
You couldn't fucking drill sergeant,
Sorry.
training. I wouldn't have done it. Senior NCO officer ordered me to do it. I will fucking do push-ups.
Right.
I will not
Something.
fucking take that
Something
order.
else. I ain't putting it on. Sorry. It's not gonna happen. No.
I asked her, I said, please don't ever send me that because when we open those, we got to open them in front of everybody. And you just made me the laughing stock of this company. Right. Everybody was talking about my Peter warmer. And yeah, it wasn't just right then and there. Days would go by and someone would go, hey man, you going on guard duty tonight. Gonna have your Peter warmer on?
Yikes. Yeah, I've told you my story like that, man. I got my care package.
You had, yeah.
I got my care package, and hang on, I'm pulling up the picture right now. Hang on. It had a bunch of stuff in it, and of course the drill sergeant's going through it, and I'm in the first fucking squad at a battalion formation, bro. Okay, right? All 4 platoons are there, and I'm in the front, so everybody can see what's going on, right? And this drill sergeant, he finds a picture in the package, and it's this one right here. Share it when you can, Martin. And I didn't know what it was. I was looking at it from the back, and he said, wait a minute, you mean to tell me that your father was a drill sergeant, Rivers, right? And he showed that picture right there. Share it when you can, guys.
Okay, let me pause it.
Yeah, that was the picture my mother sent in the care package.
I've seen that picture before. Yeah.
Yeah. And sure
God
enough.
Damn, you're the speeding image.
Yeah. He can't deny me, no doubt, bro. Well, that's why
daddy.
I'm the third. He's junior and I'm the third. Yeah. But anyway, that drill sergeant flipped that thing around. He goes, your father was a drill sergeant? And I just rolled my eyes to the heavens and I said, yes, drill sergeant. And he just, you know how they love to fuck with you, man. He popped me with that round brown, it's stiff and, they love to jab you with it whenever they're yelling at you, and he popped me in the forehead with that round brown. He goes, Lord, help your little fucking body now. I'm going to drill you into the ground because I know you can take it. I was like, oh shit, I'm a dead man. Son of a
smoke
bitch.
Your ass. Here you go. By the way, Gap After Dark says, talk about saving Ryan's privates. That's an actual adult comedy called Saving Ryan's Privates.
Mm-hmm.
Real movie. The minute I saw that, I'm like, I had to find that for you because I remember that when it came out.
Uh-oh, what happened to your slideshow?
Oh, it went away. I forgot to put it back on. There we go.
But yeah, that was my story for, getting the care package, man.
I have another one with my dad. My dad, okay, you wonder where I get my asshole sense of humor from.
Mm-hmm.
I got it from my dad.
Mm-hmm.
My dad, God, he's such a prick. When we were over there, I mean, anytime in the military you get a care package, you get excited.
Yeah.
So my dad sent me one, and I'm thinking, oh my God, he got me some cool shit because he knows what I like.
Mm-hmm.
I got this box, and it's heavy, it's got stuff. I open it up, and it's got like nothing in it. It's just more boxes with stuff, just packing in it. They gave it weight.
What?
It's one box after another, nothing in it except for a note that says, "Just kidding, son. The real one's coming next week."
Holy!
That sucks.
Wow, that's wrong. That is so wrong.
My son Benjamin, who's been on the show, Ben sent me a little care package, and of all the things he sent me, my favorite thing was he sent me a G.I. Joe watch, and I wore that with my military band. I took it off the band that it came with, put it inside my wristband because it had to be covered with that Velcro flap.
Mhm.
So, because you can't have anything reflective
No.
on. If you're in the military and you're like a pogue, you can have it. But I was with an infantry unit, so even though I wasn't classified as infantry, I served in an infantry unit first as a combat medic.
Mhm.
But I love that watch, man. I did.
Mhm.
I love GI Joe.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up with a different GI Joe. Like that comedian said, he says, "Man, I love GI Joe growing up, man. Man, 12-inch action figures, Action Force
Yeah.
or Action Team
Mhm.
Force, and just fucking awesome toys and tanks were huge, you
Yeah,
know."
they were.
Anything you bought for that action figure, 12-inch tall action figure is gonna be huge.
Yep.
He says, and then in the 80s, they shrunk it down. And what did he say? He says, my buddy turned to me, he says, why do they always look angry? He says, well, if you went from 12 inches to 4 inches, you'd be angry too.
Right. You'd be angry as hell. Yeah, my favorite was the White Tiger set.
Yeah.
And the 12-inch action figures, they were posable, and all the joints, you could buy different outfits for them, and stuff like that. You couldn't do that with the action figures, the little small ones.
Now you sound like girls talking about Barbies.
That's right. That's our version of Barbie. That's right.
And they had a British version too. I forget what they were called over there, but they had a different company, took the exact same idea and did it over in Britain. But here you go. This is the kind of shit you get. Hall of Fame Duke. This actually, there was no Duke in the original G.I. Joe. And my favorite was when they started getting the realistic hair.
Yes.
Because
I
the
had
first
one of
ones had
those.
like kin type hair. See, it was like sculpted. But
Mhm.
then G.I. Joe had Kung Fu Grip and started getting the fuzz. I don't remember that one. I don't remember a female.
That's
I grew
pretty
up in the
tight looking, though, man. That's tight.
But I'm trying to find. Yeah, let me just put 1974 is a good year for action figures because that's when Kung Fu Grip came out.
There you go.
This was the talking G.I. Joe right
The
there.
talking G.I. Joe. Yep.
Yeah. And they all came with dog tags with the Action Force logo on it. And they had that fuzzy hair, man.
Yep.
God, they were fucking cool figures. With Kung Fu Grip.
That's it, man.
And I got pissed because like the Kung Fu Grip would break after a while. The fingers would just snap backward because you were constantly trying to put the gun in and out. And they had cool action stuff.
Love the Action Team logo up there, dude. That's cool.
Yeah.
Or it's Adventure Team is what that logo is. The
Adventure Team.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the shit. I had those for sure. Search for the White Tiger set. All it is a tent, a campfire, and a white tiger. That's why I wanted it. It was a white tiger with black tiger stripes.
Let's see if I can find it. Yep, there it is.
There it is, right there. Yeah. White tiger set. It's
The
just
one
a
I
tent.
liked was the shark one.
Yeah.
Came with
That was cool.
I had that.
scuba.
I had the shark and the helicopter.
That helicopter had to be big.
Oh, believe me, it was.
Because first you would get this one, and then they sold the shark separately.
Yep.
No, I had a set with the scuba gear.
God, look at these old toys, man.
Yep. Yeah, that's our Barbie's Anima. That's ours right there.
Lethal Barbies.
Lethal Barbies. That's right.
All right. Back to the movie.
Back to the movie.
I like the build-up, and he's starting to become more and more of a team player. But at some point, he becomes a threat to Tom Berringer's character, too. Because he wants to kill him. He gets so angry at him. And he's flipped out a little bit, to be honest with you. He gets that psycho look. There it is.
Yeah. But dude, he does have an evil look when he wants it, doesn't he? He
Yep.
looks like a psycho. He does.
When you bought any kit, you got special stamps that you could put toward even more kits. Yeah, I fucking loved old G.I. Joe. I got the white uniforms and helmet. Oh yeah, the snow. Yeah,
The white outfit. Yeah, very cool. Yep.
I didn't get the Garand with mine. The one I got had an M16. I'm looking it up right now because the British one.
Mine has 16.
That was it. Here it is. I found it. It was called Elite Force.
Elite Force.
British. And they had commandos and stuff. That's some really good action figures over in Britain. Well, you may have gotten that, Glenn. I didn't. When I got the snow uniform, mine came with the M16. Yeah, they had some really cool figures.
Yeah, they did.
I'm looking at the British ones right now.
Yeah, I just noticed Billy Zane's character's got covered head to toe in what looks like moss or something. Yeah, that's the kind of camo I'm talking about with the snipers, man. They've got.
Well, they have to be invisible.
Ghillie suits. They're called ghillie suits.
Yeah.
They look like Wookiees.
They lay down. Yeah, you can't. It looks like somebody buried something in the ground there, right? And it's got all kinds of stuff growing over it.
I remember this is very similar to the mask we had when I was in right there, the pro mask, but we had this little thing here was on both sides, and that's how you would clear it. You would, you would blow out. You would
blow out to
blow in, suck in air, and then blow out to make sure your mask was
you want to blow out first to get anything that's bad out, then suck in to seal. That's what you want to do.
Is that it? It's been so long since I've done it.
Yeah.
But that's what it was. And what I did is those lenses aren't attached to the outer hood.
Yeah.
So I would just put on the outer hood and walk around the barracks going. And
yeah, that's
other guys started doing
mask.
it. And we would chase guys. You can't run. You'd have to walk to try to catch people and get them cornered. And the drill instructor walked in. He goes, "What the fuck are you doing?" I said, "We're playing Slee Stacks."
I had the one with the triangular eyepieces and the two big filters on each jowl. That's the one I had. Yeah. But yeah, that's what you wanted to do. You want to cover. You cover in the mouthpiece on both of them, but you want to blow out and then to get everything out bad and then suck in to seal it. And that's why you can't have, everybody gets on guys about their mustaches in the military. That's why you have to be clean shaven so you can get a seal with one of those masks. You have to be able to do that.
I think you should stop talking about sucking because chat is going dirty.
I'm sorry. I can't help it that their minds are in the gutter. Mine's not. I'm trying to teach them how to stay alive in a nuclear, biological, chemical situation. And by the way, those atropine injectors.
Oh man, yeah.
That I'm pretty sure all that does is make you die high. That was the rumor to us when we were in. So.
Well, I remember one thing I told people. I said, do not forget to take the second injection.
Right.
Because if you just take the atropine, you will fucking die. It will kill you.
Mm-hmm.
You have to take the second one.
You have
Because
to
one
stab
is to
yourself
counteract
twice.
the chemical. One is there to counteract the chemical you've been exposed to, the gas.
Mhm.
The second one is to save you from the chemical you injected.
You just injected into yourself. Yeah, right.
I needed to check something. In here. My old friend Michael Anderson that passed away, he got one of the best G.I. Joe things in the world. He got a Sherman tank, 12-inch scale, you know, one 1/12 scale or 1/6 scale, 1/6 scale.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a giant tank. It was radio controlled and G.I. Joes could fit in it. He was rich though. He was one of my rich bitch friends when I was a kid.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, oh, man, I fucking hate you.
Right. Mine was Craig McAllister, had every Star Wars toy there was. He had the Stormtrooper helmet and everything, man. I was like, dude, come on, man. I love you, but I hate you.
Imagine growing up without even knowing that those things exist. That's me.
There's Teague. What's up, man?
Hi, T.
There's T. Oh, okay. Hey, man.
There's them evil eyes again, bro. Telling you, he's got it down pat.
He can do the crazy eyes. Yeah.
Yes, he can. My wife is a big Charmed fan, and he was on that show late in its run.
Really?
Yep. I think, as a matter of
I
fact,
never watched that show.
I watched it. I never knew he was on.
Yeah, it was like, I want to say it was a season. I think there was 8 seasons of that show, and I want to say it was season 7 he showed up in. It was the season right before the end of the show.
Yeah, I think I didn't watch it till the end because I got bored.
Yeah.
So
Kaylee Kuko was actually, before she was on Big Bang Theory, she was on the last season of that show.
Yeah, I never watched that.
Yeah.
I would have
she was,
remembered her being on.
Didn't she play the daughter of John Ritter on his TV show that he died while making?
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure.
But she was on television for a while before she did Big Bang Theory. Yeah. I'm usually not a blonde guy, but I dig Kelly Kuko, no doubt. She's very cool. Yeah.
He's too pretty, I think.
Yeah, I was fixing to say he won the genetic lottery. Okay, some guys just do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it makes him a prick being so handsome.
What did Billy Squire say? Everybody wants you.
Oh my God, Ariel.
I was a big Billy Squire fan until he did that last video where he was. I was like, what are you doing?
Not a good idea. Not a good idea. No. No.
Ruined his career.
Yeah, it did. That did.
Pretty much ended his career.
Oh, look at Glenn Fleming flexing.
Oh.
Now we need proof. You know that, right?
What is that scene where someone said something about their penis and the teacher goes, present it?
Oh my God.
Calling your bluff, pal. Calling your bluff.
Calling your bluff. Present it.
Yes. Get some.
Yeah, Pixar didn't happen. You know how it works.
I could have sworn he had more military photos.
Who's that?
My late buddy, Mike Anderson. Yeah, it broke my heart when he passed away. Every single one of my friends that was killed died from complications caused by diabetes.
Damn, man. Ain't no good.
That's not something you should die of these days.
And he had me convinced that he was working hard on it, but he wasn't.
That sucks.
He wasn't taking his medicine correctly. But he served in the Army National Guard. In fact, we were in the same unit for a very short period of time before I moved to another unit. I think I can find pictures of him. I'm on his page right now. Just all I'm doing is now I'm getting all melancholy because I hate that he died.
Don't do that, bro.
And by the way, and I don't think I ever told his daughter this, I knocked him unconscious. I hit him so fucking hard. He got stupid with me one day in class, and I reminded him, I'm like, we're friends, but don't disrespect me. And here we go. Here's a picture of him from the Army. Got his old M1 helmet, M16. Terrible photo of him. We were part of the Stonewall Brigade there in Fredericksburg. And then I got switched over to Fort Belvoir, to a unit there. Yeah, we were watching something the other day, and they brought up Fort Belvoir, and I went, I was there.
Right?
What were we watching? Anima?
Oh, I don't know.
And that got brought up.
You know what's funny to me? Hood is the largest armored post in the free world, and you barely see it mentioned in military movies.
That's where, if I had agreed to become a chopper pilot instead of a combat medic,
you'd gone there. Yep.
Because they told me you'll go straight to Fort Hood after basic training.
I directed traffic for 85,000 troops going to work first thing in the morning. About once every, I want to say 3-week cycles. They changed this around. Yep.
Oh, Glenn Fleming wants me to check my. What is with you guys?
Yeah, he just sent me a photo of himself too.
Hold on. I don't see anything from you, Glenn. Which personal?
He sent it to me on Messenger, Facebook.
I don't have anything from him.
Hold on, I'll share it then. If you want me to share it, Glenn.
It's a Richard Burton photo.
Right?
The dick pic.
Is it?
Little Dickie Burton from Wales.
Ah.
Wee Dickie Burton. Cute other guys. Well, one thing you get used to in the military is a whole lot of homoerotic humor in the military.
Hello.
Oh, we lost Anima.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Okay. So, how about we talk about the movie?
Go, man. Do it. Who are they taking out anyway?
Oh,
he's one of the Columbia gangster heads of this group.
Yeah, the Colombian drug dealer, he is financing the campaign for a guy who wants to run as a president for Panama.
Mm-hmm.
But the guy is involved in guerrillas and rebels and shit. So Billy Zane's character has to shoot the Colombian one, and Tom Berringer's character had to shoot the one from Panama. But when they had to take simultaneous shots, but Tom Berringer noticed that the other sniper, the enemy sniper that has been tailing them, got Billy Zane's in his side. So instead of taking the shot of his target, he go to fight the other sniper hand to hand. So they only end up killing one of the two targets.
This is a 3-point stance, and I've talked to others about it. It's one of the stances that you learn in combat weapons training for pistols. And I was like so happy that they put that in there. I'm like, oh, that's cool. A lot of people think this is an 80s film. It's actually from the 90s. It came out in 93. I was in the Army when it came out. I do want to point out real quick, Glenn, do you want me to share that photo on the show? Is Anima coming back? I don't know what the hell happened to her. She was internet. I don't know. Well, anyway, Gary's back door has seen a lot of military winners knock 3 times if you want me to open my back door or my door. So I guess you get a video.
Tom, David's here. Oh my God. I'm begging you, please, just go now out the back door. I'm sorry, just...
When I go, it'll be through the front door.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Glenn, can I show this photo?
My laptop just crashed.
All right, here you go. So
That's
I
very
just want to show.
cute.
I figured it was something like that. So here we go. This is Glenn Fleming. He's an English buddy of mine. There we go.
Yep.
Now, as nice looking as you are in that picture, looks like your first day at rehab.
Oh my God.
God, Gary, you are trying to get rid of our audience so hard.
No, Glenn's a friend of mine. He knows I'm fucking with him. He's like, yeah, mate. Yeah, I just took some poppers, mate. I'm a little fucked. Good looking.
He looks a bit sold
buddy.
out, yeah.
Why was he counting down to what's he talking?
Oh, because to synchronize the shot. Because
so they would fire at the same time.
He said, we will fire 10 seconds after they have greeted each other.
Okay, see, Glenn liked the joke.
Yeah, also as a sniper, you don't want to rush it.
Yeah, there's a little bit of Austin Powers in that photo. Yeah, baby, yeah.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
It's not my bag, baby. But there's this book that says, penis pumps are my bag, baby.
Are my bag, baby. And it's signed.
Shagadelic. Yeah, I love fucking Austin Powers.
Oh, man. Whatever happened to Mike Myers, man?
He just sort of faded into the background.
He was on top of the world.
He had an ego
at one
problem.
point.
He had an ego problem, and it came back to bite him in the ass. You're all jealous. It says. There you go, buddy. Sexy baby, yeah. Yeah, this is the first time in the film where he's not being a fucking pain in the ass. I like this little effect they did. They had a plexiglass dowel attached to a bullet, and it made it look like it had a trail, like it was breaking air. It was a very simple effect done in camera.
Wow.
On the set. No effect was added to it. It was very, very effective. Yeah, Brendan sort of disappeared for a while. His career tanked after he stood by the director of that franchise. It was supposed to be a franchise, Journey to the Center of the Earth franchise. And
oh, yeah.
Didn't work. All he was doing was just showing solidarity with his director, and cost him his career for a while.
People get canceled over the stupidest shit. They
Yep.
really do.
How dare you go against the company? My favorite film, oddly, with Brendan Fraser is a film called Gods and Monsters.
Gods and Monsters?
The fictionalized story of James Whale, the guy who directed Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein.
Ian McKellen's in that, isn't he?
Ian
Yes.
McKellen plays James Whale.
Yeah.
And the fictional character of his, I don't know what he's supposed to be, chauffeur or whatever the fuck he's supposed to be.
Mhm.
It's a fictional character. A person never existed.
Mhm.
And it tells the story what led up to his potential suicide in a swimming pool.
Now that's if I remember correctly, it was up for a bunch of awards when it came out. That one.
It's a damn good film.
Mm-hmm.
Too bad it's not true, but it's a damn good film.
Yeah.
And Brendan did a great job in it.
Yeah.
Because he kind of represents in the story the Frankenstein monster. Who I tell people, if you really pay attention, is the protagonist of the story.
Yeah.
He is in the book too.
I know in the
Because
movie he comes off that
Frankenstein
way.
himself is kind of a douche.
Yeah.
Like, he creates and then rejects this thing.
He's the bad guy. It's not the
He's
monster.
the bad
Yeah.
guy.
You root for the monster, especially after the scene with the little girl. You know, I mean,
Mhm.
root for the monster.
He didn't understand that he was hurting her.
Yep.
He's a child himself. And they try to make it look like he's homicidal because of the brain, but the fact is, he's just a child. And in the book, he's referred to as his new Adam. So technically, the monster has a name, Adam,
Yeah. Right.
because he refers to him as his Adam, because he got to play God. And the reason why he started deforming is there's a disease, I forget the name of it, but children would get it if they didn't like wash properly behind their ears and shit like that. And it started spreading over his face and deformed his face.
Mm.
Book's really good. The best telling of the Frankenstein story was the made-for-TV miniseries / movie, which I have, Frankenstein: The True Story. It's a really good film. Came out in the 70s.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, great cast in it.
Who played the monster?
That was oh my gosh, they shoot horses, don't they? That movie actor, Michael Sarrazin.
Michael Sarrazin? Really?
Let me look it up. Frankenstein.
Remember that dude?
The True Story film. I think Gielgud's in it too. Let me open it up. James Mason said, "Hey, my name is James Mason."
Love James Mason, dude.
To do James Mason, all you have to do is do a posh English accent and then start talking like you need to poop.
Right? Like you're staining the entire time.
No, my name is James Mason. Let's see. James Mason plays Dr. John Polidori. Leonard Whiting plays Victor Frankenstein. David McCallum plays Dr. Henry Clerval. Jane Seymour plays Agatha, also the bride later, because she dies. Michael Wilding's in it. John Gielgud, Ralph Richardson. Tom Baker plays the captain of the ship. We all know him as number 4, Doctor Who. And Eutha Joyce is in it too. And that's pretty much it for the known names.
That's a heck of a cast, man. That really is.
Yeah, I love this movie. And when I found out that you can buy it through the studio as one of their archival DVDs, I bought it. I'm like, fuck yeah, that is good stuff right there.
Michael Sarrazin is the monster, huh?
Yeah, Michael Sarrazin.
And you want to talk about another guy that was blessed with the won the genetic lottery? He's kind of like Billy Zane in that aspect.
Yeah,
I've
he
always
was.
liked him.
He had a short period of time where he was just a star, and then he just sort of disappeared.
Yeah, disappeared. Gumball Rally, I remember that show. That was the precursor to Cannonball Run, wasn't it? I mean,
And it's now officially come out on Blu-ray too.
has it? Oh man.
Yeah. Let me see if I can get this image here. Please be a JPEG. Yes. I hate it when it's a web image. Yeah, this is where Miller loses it a little bit in the story.
Mhm.
He's trying to kill Tom. Second. Here's the Blu-ray artwork. And he started getting this stuff because of he started from behind his ears. So they kept that from the book. I really like it. It's a good movie.
I'll have to check it out, man. I did not know they had that.
Yes, I highly recommend it if you want to see a closer adaptation to the book.
I love the old Universal monsters, dude. I love Werewolf and the Mummy and Dracula, all that stuff. Love it.
Oh, this is when he comes to his senses. He's no longer trying to kill him.
Yep.
I want to get you out of here. Personally, I would have killed him like not even an hour into the movie.
Right.
He would have just suffered an accidental discharge of a weapon.
Oops. I don't know what happened.
Man, his head's gone. Keep his, he doesn't have a dog tag because he's in the military. Just calling for a medevac. He might still be alive.
Yeah.
I said that when we were watching the movie. How has he not shot that annoying prick yet? I mean,
I don't know how he did it, but he shot himself in the back of the head.
Maybe it was a ricochet. The fuck was he shooting at? When I was in the Army, I had that kid Hutchko, and he pissed himself during an inspection, and because he needed to go to the bathroom, kept trying to get permission to go, but they weren't listening to him. I'm like, I looked at him and like, if you got to go that bad, just step out of line and fucking go.
Yeah.
There's a way you can do it. A uniform way you can do it. And there's a bullet he left for him. It's one bullet. Kill me with it.
Yeah.
But anyway, so he came to thank me right after graduation. Right after graduation, we're all leaving.
Mm-hmm.
He came up to me. He wanted to thank me. And I looked at him and I said, let's go. You're a fuck up. You're an absolute fuck up. I protected you because I don't like bullying. I don't like anybody. It's like, I will be rough on you, but nobody else has that right.
Yeah.
Because I'm your senior. I said, you're a complete fuck up. And if we were to be pulled right out right now, because they threatened us constantly during basic training, they're going to pull us out, send us to train and go straight over to the war. And I'm like, hell yeah, send me. I'll go. I volunteered for it. And drill instructors were like, what? Holland, Julio, and I went up to them, told them, we'll go right now. You send us. They're like, we're not really going to do that. No, we're just trying to scare you guys. And apparently that doesn't freak you out. And so I told Hutchko, I said, if we were to ship out right now, I would have an accidental discharge of a weapon that would take you out and send you back home because you're going to get somebody killed. And he just sort of looked at me and I went, I'm not teasing you. I'm not fucking with you. I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah.
If you don't get your head out of your ass, you're going to get somebody killed. And I told him to leave.
Yeah. Feel bad for guys like that. But I mean, hey, they bring it on themselves.
Yeah, he's the one I told you about before. I hit him with my helmet. Right. During one of our training exercises, and he got us all killed because he picked up a smashed Coke can. He goes, hey, look at that. And I'm like, what are you doing? And the
oh my God,
senior NCO yells, that was a mine. He just killed everybody within 15 meters. And I'm like, we beat them. We beat them.
We had them, right?
We won. And you fucking got us killed. They were looking for any excuse. And I walked up to him. I said, don't ever touch fucking thing. And I hit him so hard, knocked him sideways. I hit him on his helmet with my helmet.
Yeah. Yeah, Ariel, you're right. It's too bad that Universal Monster universe didn't work out, but that first Mummy movie
Alex Kurtzman.
Yeah.
People forget.
There you go.
The first thing he fucked up was Universal Monsters.
Mm-hmm.
That really stupid fucking Mummy movie with Tom Cruise. The Wolfman didn't launch it very well, but I like that film.
No,
I didn't like the CG. I didn't like the CG, but I liked all the physical effects they did. Everything, the CG just looked awful. I love the fact that Anthony Hopkins is the villain. The father.
And how he becomes the villain, because at first he has his butler to keep him in check, but then said, fuck it, this is nice, this is fun.
I did like that film, and if they were going to do a sequel, the Aussie guy that plays the cop was going to be the Wolfman. Continue on the curse.
Oh, Hugo.
Emily Blunt was
Hugo
in
Weaving.
that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Yes.
Very cool.
Gorgeous as usual.
Of course.
I wonder what's going on now. Billy Zane's in the woods running around.
Is that the scene where they cut his trigger finger off?
Yeah.
Oh God, that was horrible.
And I don't think they cut it off all the way, did they? I think they just damaged it.
It's gone. No, it's gone.
They cut it
completely off. Okay.
You see that when he tries to shoot, and then he has to shoot with his left hand because he can't squeeze the trigger with his right because the finger's gone.
Yeah, he tries to fire with his middle finger.
Yeah.
Doesn't work. Switch hands. But you're trained in the military to fire left and right.
It would have been nice if he shot it with his middle finger, giving him the final middle finger.
Hardest time.
It would have been nice.
Hardest time I had learning to shoot from weird positions was when you had your mask on, because you had to hold it like at I want to say about a 45-degree angle off of where you usually held it straight up and down, just to get it around the filter of the mask, just to aim it that way. That was tough.
That sounds challenging.
I found this image. Just want to share it with you real quick. This is from the scene where he rips Jane Seymour's head off. There it is. And then presents it as a gift to James Mason. And he's like, I don't want this. Why are you giving me this? I thought you wanted a little head.
Oh my God.
There he's looking at me. He thinks he's going to finish him. He's ready. Beckett's ready to die.
1 shot, 2 kills.
Come on, man.
Joe,
But,
can you please tell me, how does it feel when you have a video completely monetized?
I'm not monetized yet, so you know, I'm one of those lowly guys. I'm one of those little guys. I'm a small fish.
all our videos are still monetized. It's just sometimes they're only partially.
Yeah.
They're in the yellow. They're not green. They're in the yellow.
Almost all of them.
I'm sure they have at least 3 AI bots monitoring Gerry's anecdotes and language. There, here we go again.
I tell you what I do. I just did it.
do?
I said do. What I do on a weekly basis.
Did you do your duty?
Yeah, I do my duty. I go through my entire list of videos and live shows to see if they've got a new strike on it to deal with it. Because I do it. I did it this morning before I came on here. I went through all of them, all 800 of them. I went through all of them and Sure enough, a couple of them had new copyright strikes on them. You know what I mean? Not stuff that knocked them off to where it wasn't in the public anymore, but I want all of those gone. I try and get rid of all of them. So, you know,
Yeah,
and it's mostly music, you know, it's mostly music.
If we get one of those, I just trim it out. Or mute it.
If it's music, then all I do, they have a new feature where you can mute just the song, and I do that. You know.
It works?
Yeah, it does. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. But the only ones that I get where I have to trim video out, Gary, is the when we first started the football show last year, or the year before. Knock used to show a lot of college football highlights, and every one of them have been copyright hit, you know, by the universities because they're monetized now. You know, they're trying to make money every way they can. But yeah, there's a few early shows that I have to sit there and just trim out highlight after highlight. And you can only do one at a time. So there's some that have like 8 highlights on it that I'm slowly trimming them out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sorry. Somebody asked me a question about my book.
So are they going to rescue this guy or what? What's going to happen? They keep teasing killing him, but he's still there.
Yes, they're playing with the theme of the first spot or kill. Mm-hmm. Again, going to the evac. Hey, Venkman's girl's in the house.
What's up? My old buddy, the one that I joined the army with, he's wanting to know about my book.
Cool.
Yeah. John McGrath.
Yeah, we ticked off the guys at our high school because we were all in ROTC. We were in Air Force ROTC, and 8 of us joined the Army because they had a better. Yeah, we 8 of us joined the Army because they had a better college money deal. You know, you got more money for joining the Army at that time than the Air Force. You know, so.
Oh wow, that looks really cool. Can I show that, Glenn? The artwork you sent me.
Yeah, Teague, you're right. The rules for music and sports highlights are totally different from the news. Yep, absolutely.
Okay, here we go. Do a present screen. And here we go.
Do it. Do it now.
There we go.
Nice.
That's a drawing by Glenn Fleming for a World War II comic he went to do.
That's badass, bro.
We're supposed to work together on this book called Operation Hound Dog, which is the fictionalized telling of the hunt and assassination of Adolf Hitler.
I thought it was the story of Elvis's unit.
No, it comes out actually. It begins right around the same time that the original song came out, but on the eve of the assassination is when Elvis Presley released his version.
Gotcha.
And it's a battle. See, I'm one of those people that believes that he survived his suicide. No proof ever. There's physically zero proof. All you have is the word of people who were part of his party.
Who's this?
There's no physical proof that he died.
Who's that?
Adolf Himmler.
Oh, okay. I didn't. I lost
and it's believed that he escaped Germany,
mm-hmm.
that they took down the lights on that main strip because they were taken down. Why? They believe they landed a plane out in front of the bunker. He was loaded up on that plane and he left. And he was probably flown down to Spain because they were very helpful to escaping members of his party. and went to South America.
Boys from Brazil?
Yeah. Argentina. And because what's his name? Patron was friendly with them. Gave a lot of support to him. And so on the eve of his overthrow, there is a power plant out in the middle of a river that belonged to them. Nobody else, just them. They had heavy water. They had other things that had been transported there from Europe. What do you use heavy water for?
Don't know.
Nuclear bombs.
Nuclear. So I have an SAS and now CIA commando. They are hunting this guy and they find him, and it leads to a battle during the overthrow of Patron.
Wow.
And they hide it under that attack.
Sounds like you guys need to work on that, bro.
I'm telling you, it's very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of those moments where, you know, one of the characters says the other one, he says, no one's going to ever know what you did tonight.
Yeah.
You know, which is so often the truth with these guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
No one's ever going to find out what you really fucking did tonight. You saved the world from.
We find out, you know, as time goes on. Like I always tell people when we're looking at movies to watch. I don't know if you've seen Ben Affleck's Argo, but I mean,
yeah, it's a very
nobody
good film.
knew about that for the longest time. Nobody knew about it. You know what I mean? That nobody knew that it wasn't
Jack Kirby's involvement in that story.
Mm-hmm.
He did a lot of artwork for this.
Unbelievable.
Movie.
Unbelievable.
Question on World War II. Has anyone ever tried to make a card game based off of it? Like making a card? I'm sure somebody has.
Yeah.
Got to be
there's gotta
out
be.
there. Glenn says, back in 1980, I made a game of the JFK assassination. I still have all the artwork. Not sure if it's appropriate, though. No, dude, that would probably be frowned on.
Scot-free! Like, you're scot-free!
I don't know why. I mean, it's not like it's too soon.
Remember that Kentucky Fried Movie, man?
Which one?
Kentucky Fried Movie? You're scot-free. It was like a Monopoly type game. had a map of Dealey Plaza where you could run the car through it. Oh man, it was funny as hell. Oh.
Yeah, there's a show on History Channel. It's actually really good. It had the former CIA operative that the George Clooney spy movie, I forget the name of it, was based on him, even though his character dies in the movie. Syriana, I think was the name of it. Syriana.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But George's character is loosely based on this real guy, something Bear. He ended up managing this investigation for this History Channel show, and they found compelling evidence that he survived Europe and was in South America.
Mm-hmm.
And they found locations in there that was heavily fortified. They're like, he was here. He survived. He didn't die. And what a lot of people don't know is that the FBI still had him listed as missing, and there was a hunt for Hitler.
Wow. Put me in when you get time, Coach. All I did was WW card game, and there's tons of them apparently. So there you go.
Cool.
Yep.
As far as I know, the skull it was a female. It's not even a man. They did the research. It's not him. There is zero physical evidence that he died. Glenn Fleming, is that what turned out to be the case? I was under the impression DNA the DNA test showed that it was not him. More so, it was female. So again, there's zero evidence, that he died. Just the word of 3 members of his party going, oh yes, he died. We saw him die. Could have plain. Yeah, they did it. Days before they did it. Like, I think it was 2 or 3 days.
I remember that
all the lights were, what is that street called? Something Strasse. It's the main strip there, in front of where the bunker was. And there are always light poles up. And then all of a sudden, they're all removed. And it's wide enough for a plane to land.
And remember, radar was incipient in those days. It was much more easier to get away from air than it is today. By air, I mean. So they go through France and Italy. I'm telling you, Ariel, it was a lot easier back then.
Yeah, the tech wasn't as good as it is now.
Trying to find out the name of that street. Oh, no such luck. It is a huge, it's almost like a 4-lane road. And it's got a median in the middle, and then those light poles. And the only thing that would prevent a plane from landing is those light poles. But when they took a photo from those days, those specific days, those light poles were all down. Every single one of them. Why?
Very, very interesting. I know nothing. I see nothing.
Isn't it? I think I found it. It's Hamburg. Thought I saw the name here. Hold on. Feldstrasse. Feldstrasse. There we go. Anyway, that's the end.
The end.
That's the end. We've come to the end of the show. Talked about a lot of stuff. A little bit about the movie.
Yeah.
Very little
We
details.
derailed ourselves today. Yes.
Well, welcome to ADD Teaser.
That's what we do.
As much as I love this movie, I was just wanting to talk about other stuff. But I highly doubt they got through that much territory without someone noticing a German plane. Everybody's just sitting there just watching that street. Just no. You can get a lot of things done unknown, unseen, because there was battles going on. People were busy. The only thing I could think of is that they made the plane up look like an Allied plane or a Soviet plane. Always that possibility.
Plus, they didn't have satellites back then. It was all aerial photography. So if they're not flying over that spot right at the right time, they're not going to see it. But yeah, I'm going to have to watch that flick. I like Tom Berringer a lot. I've never seen that one, though.
Which one?
Sniper.
Oh, it's a great film, dude.
If you can get over Billy Zane being a prick.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I was annoyed watching this movie by his character.
You talking about Billy Zane?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's funny is I was annoyed with him in '93. It's just like, what an annoying character.
Mm-hmm. Well, just the photos, you could tell he wasn't even trying to look military. So, you called it a costume, right?
It is. He never grows into that uniform, even though he gets his shit together. He never gets that soldier attitude.
Right.
He just is not a soldier.
Oh, here it is. It's what is the name of this street?
Dinner?
It is.
What street are you talking about?
Bundesstrasse.
Oh.
Did he
That's
pronounce
not a
that right, Anima?
No, that's not a street name. That's just a type of street, Bundesstraße.
Well, that's what it's got written here. It goes to Tiergarten, and on the other side of it is the Brandenburger Tour.
Brandenburger Tor, yeah.
And right in the middle is where the bunker was. And
check out Teague. That's funny. Yeah, he had a bad time with the crash.
Yeah, like I said, he cut his hair after.
Yeah,
that
that's all
movie.
that's written there.
Jesus
I'm going to
Christ.
show you on my screen. Present share. Entire screen. It says Bundesstraße.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, that's just a type of street.
I'm telling you, it says it right here.
That's
This
so
is
weird.
where
I'm
they put the
Googling it
name
right
of a
now.
street. Oh, fuck. Martin has it set up to where it doesn't auto add. Bundesstraße. That's all it says. And it was right over in this area is where the bunker used to be. And here you can see the street with the light poles. And there were no trees here. The trees were back further than the
Is that
the light
Google
poles.
Earth you're using?
Yeah.
Yes.
I love Google Earth. And it, for almost 3/4 of a mile, all the lights were removed.
Wow.
Suddenly, without explanation. They were just taken down. And you can tell that this is wide enough for a small plane if those light poles are gone.
Oh, yeah.
Because right about where the sidewalk starts on each side is the width of a plane's wings. So it was a great investigation. And if you never watch it, it's called Hunting Himmler.
Okay.
But with a T. And
Right.
That might be it right there. I don't know. Their biggest concerns after 43 was trying to deal with the fucking P-51, the Mustang, because their planes couldn't handle it. The Mustang was just tearing them up. So that's why they eventually got the ME-2. Oh, I forgot the number for the jet fighter. That was where all their development was going at that point. They had bombers they were trying to get one that could reach New York. But the money was going into fighters to defend the skies. I think it's
telling you, man.
242, Ariel. I'm not sure. I'll look it up real quick.
They didn't want to listen to the Red Skull. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, it's the ME. No, wait. No, you're right. It's the ME-262. It was the only thing that could keep up with the Mustang. It was the fastest plane we had until jets. Yes, that's the one I'm talking about, Glenn. That's the one I'm talking about. Yeah, the 262 was the first jet. And it was a necessity because we had total air superiority because of the Mustang. I mean, really, in the end, that's what cost them the war.
Yeah.
Is we had total air superiority. And that we didn't want to put boots on the ground until we had air superiority. That's why it took so long for D-Day. They were waiting for us, because the British bombed at night, we bombed during the day, and that's why we had such huge casualties, because they can't see us so well at night. We'd go out during the day, and the Brits were mocking us for it. We're like, fuck you. You're the ones that picked night. Someone had to take day.
Check out Ariel's statement down there.
What? Which one?
Full air supremacy by 43, and he got away in a plane.
It doesn't mean they weren't having planes going in and out.
Right. Yeah. I just
they had planes
funny
going in and out
said it.
constantly that we weren't aware of. You know, we had spies. I mean, the Allies had no idea that what's his name, Hitler's number 3, was going to flee Germany to go to England. Just suddenly he was there. It's
Hi, Wade.
Air superiority means that when it came to combat, they didn't have a chance.
They weren't going to get beat
us.
Yep.
And we also destroyed so many bases for building weapons and subs and ships. We did so much damage. And the British weren't as accurate as us because they were doing it at nighttime. And we had the what is it called? The North what's it called? Nord bomb site, was that it? It was amazing. Like they bragged that they could drop a bomb into a pickle barrel. It was that accurate. That was an actual brag.
Wow.
Because it was so fucking accurate. And in fact, if they were going to be shot down, one of the last things before you bail out was to make sure that that was either destroyed or somebody took it with them. Well, that's just it. Okay, Ariel, this is the theory, is that he went to Spain and left Spain via sub. That's the prevailing theory. Even though people still want to believe when there's no evidence that he died. Really? And whose word are you taking? Oh, people that were part of his group. Whatever. And the FBI had an open file on him that they believed he was still alive after the war.
Really?
Oh, yeah. That's why when this investigation was done on the History Channel show, they turned that over to the CIA and they opened it up again. They believe that there's the potential that he did survive the war. So, all right. I'm done. How about you? But thank you, everybody, for being here today. It's fun hanging out, just chewing the fat. And hope everybody has a good Monday. I'm going to be busy today. At 3:00, I have to jump over at Polly. It'll be fun. So I will see you guys later. Joe, what are you doing today?
I'm going to be watching you on Latino Slant right before I go on to Brian's.
Going to be talking about little Shogun, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm going to go on to Brian's show at 4, Cannon Film Club, talking Breaking 2, Electric Boogaloo. What's up?
Yeah, that is today. There you go.
That 70s rock fan. Be there at 4. But I'm going to be checking you out on Latino Slant because I love both of you. Paulie is one of the coolest dudes on the planet.
Oh, yeah. What's not to love? He's great.
Yep.
Here you guys go. This is the link for Polly's show today. I just put it in the chat. Click the notify, get notification. And we will be talking about Shogun. I'm looking forward to that because this is an amazing show. I walked in going, I was so skeptical.
Yeah, now so was Brian. He was really worried it was going to be a girl boss thing with the female character, and he's pleasantly surprised so far. So
it's very fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they really do a good job, by the way, of taking dialogue right out of the book, and it's in the show.
What? Listening to fans? What? Marvel, you taking notes? What the fuck? All right, cool.
3:00 my time.
Yeah, 3:00 Central.
I go live in 2 hours from now. So
2.5 hours, yeah. So let's get out of here.
Yeah, I got to get a tire and do some.
I love it when a woman rushes me.
Right,
dude. You need a break. You've got 2 more shows today. Or is Don taking the day off?
What's that covenant? Okay. All right. We're out of here. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.